What's going on? No, I'm still here. Yeah, it's probably lag. Um, oh right, okay. Well, it's probably just it's probably got something to do with the all these files I'm moving around right now. Anyway, bookmark that parcel monkey. Um, Very much a lot cheaper for stuff. It should be a lot cheaper because it's a lot per kilogram anyway. Mm. I thought I had killed this zombie. Blooming thing still going. What's what's it still running for? I want to close it. Stupid program. Will you stop it, program? I want to get rid of the damn thing. Can't get out of it. I'm in a loop with the damn thing. Oh God. Stupid program. It's just the other program is. Hang on. I'm gonna try and close it from the menu at the bottom. Right, I think I've got out of it now. That desynchronized program is, sorry, not desynchronized, the other thing was just yeah, glitching out on me. It's because I'm copying files over and it kept wanting to compare. I need to turn that feature off actually, automatically recompare. It's really annoying. The fun arrives when I start resizing the partitions. That's when the fun starts, really. My God, I can't believe it. Is that the time already? I need to go to the store tonight. Oh, you know why my string went black? It's because it restarted by itself. According to this, it started streaming again 6 minutes ago. So it must have restarted by itself. What I was thinking of doing with the bad E drive is moving the start address of the E drive to about 2/3 up, and moving the F drive up a bit as well, and moving the G drive up as well into the space that I've made on the drive H. And at the same time, I can also expand the C drive on that partition a little bit without actually going into the bad block area, because that part will be on the end of the drive by then, you see. So But I'm going to replace it anyway, that drive. I'm not going to be keeping it in. I'm not going to keep it in very long. What I do need to do though is to I've got another 160GB drive here, which is new, which I recently got off eBay. I've got two of them actually, but they both pulled it with backup. So I need to pick out the best one and decide on what backups to keep, and delete the backups I don't want to keep, and use one of those drives as my new Windows boot drive. I'll probably pick the newest one because I know there's two of them. One of them's hardly got any hours on it. I think I'm going to make some more coffee actually. Ugh, coughing a bit. Oh, I've got some cough sweets, I just remembered. Somewhere. Oh yeah, some tunes. Oh, computer's going to sleep now. Sounds like it's raining outside. The only reason I can tell is because I can hear the cars whooshing the water when they're driving. I used to have a leaky gutter, but they fixed it recently, so I can't tell now. Except when a car goes past. I wish Magnetron would come on. Let us know how he's getting on. So, I said Pune, so Am I right or wrong? That's what my ESP says today. I must have missed the answer actually. Maybe Schubert answered me when I wasn't here. Oh, Hyde's there as well. I didn't notice. Yeah. Well, actually the reason why I wasn't back soon earlier was because I booted into the other operating system to run a tool on there. I thought, well, there's no point in starting the chat on here because I'm only here just long enough to get the data I need. And I wanted to reboot back onto this system again, which is more stable for doing all the file moving and everything. And plus, I don't want to be on an unstable system for repartitioning, because if I start repartitioning stuff and that other system blue screens of death on me, then it's going to really mess everything up. So I thought, no, I best do it on this one. Because the other operating system is on the same physical hard drive as the bad block is, you know. So, well, this operating system is on a totally different physical hard drive, so I can manipulate that other hard drive without interfering with this operating system. Jesus, this is taking forever. I see flipping flight gear files. They're just so tiny. At least one constellation. I'm at W. So, oh, it looks like it's done. I'm just saying I'm at W, and it's finished at last. Blooming heck! Right, so I can go to my partition tool now. Right, now I need to start resizing stuff. Now I just hope it gives me the address number as well, because the address number is what no. So I need to, now that's H, it's hardly got anything on it now. So I need to resize that. Let's see, where am I? Move, resize. Right, now I need to move this right up here. Right. Now this will become unallocated, so then I need to resize that. I'm going to move it all the way up there. Alright, are you watching closely? This is the magic part. It'll probably have to restart the computer to do this though. I don't know, we'll see. So that's the G drive. That's going to take the longest amount of time to move. Right, so now I've got unallocated. I've got 29 gigabytes here unallocated. So now I need to move my F. Move, resize F. And I'm going to move the entire F drive up here. Right. Now I'm going to move the E drive into a good section. Right, resize the E drive. I'm going to move the entire drive. I'm going to make it. I'm going to basically remember where I am right now. The bad sector is somewhere around about. The bad sector is somewhere around about here. Now it's not even giving me the flipping. Oh, it does show me the sectors maybe. Oh no, it doesn't. Well, anyway, I'm just going to move this entire drive over here, and I'm going to move this tail end back a bit. Right. So I've got my room on E. So, right. So the unallocated is 21.1 gigabyte, and hopefully the bad sector is in there. Right. So now I've got everything planned. Now I have to apply it. Now it might restart the computer here. If it comes up with a message, we need to restart the computer, right? Then I'll have to kill the stream. But it might be able to do it without restarting the computer. We'll have to find out. Right, okay, apply. And by the way, my live stream is not using any of those partitions at the moment. It's using D, so. Right. Oh, it's doing it. It's actually doing it without restarting the computer. Cool. Yeah. You actually get to watch it happen. So it's basically doing them one by one. It starts off with by moving H, then it's going to move G, then it's going to move F, then it's going to move E, and the bad blocks should be in that unallocated section. So I am going to go to the shop and keep my fingers crossed. But before I do that, I need to make sure I pause that task scheduler thingy. I don't want it shutting my computer down while it's doing this, because it can shut my computer down if it's not used for about 2 hours, but I'll be back before then anyway. Oh, I need to close my email client because it's using E. And I need to close down all these other things that aren't being used. Otherwise it's going to come up with a horrible message and say we need to restart restart the computer, and I don't want that to happen. So I need to shut down anything that's on F. Actually, that RTV Rico is on F, so I need to close that. I need to close. What else do I need to close that's on F? Drop it is on. Yeah, that needs to close. I think the rest of it's running on C, so I think I'm alright for the rest of it. Yeah, I think I'm alright now. I've closed anything that's using the other drives that are going to be resized. I probably need to pause my anti-malware while this is going on actually. Pause protection until reboot. I'll just just don't want anything interfering. Yeah, this CVS OLEG G is going to take quite a long time, I think. There's about 50 gigabytes of data to move. I'm not quite sure how this program works. I don't know if it moves data from the start of the drive and moves it to the end of the drive or what, but anyway, I've used it before. It's very good. It's not caused me to lose any data yet, so I'm quite impressed with this little program called Minitool. It's free. Um, it does a lot. It saved my bacon no end of times. It's also called Magic Disk. I think the only time it has trouble moving a drive, resizing a drive, is when you're using an operating system that it's a boot drive. If you're actually resizing a boot drive that you're actually running off, but generally speaking, most of the stuff it does in Windows, it's really quite impressive. You know, a lot of them it forces you to reboot into a DOS prompt or something. It does it all there, but this could do a lot of it in Windows still, you know, and you can watch it happen, and yeah, pretty cool. Whoever wrote this program, they must be a genius. So after it's done this, I'll probably have to do a reboot, and then I'll scan the unallocated section to see if the bad block is in there, and hopefully it will be. It should be, actually, because I left a big 21 gigabyte block of area unused now. I'm hoping that there's no bad blocks in XP, in the XP2 partition area. If there is, I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to move things along a bit faster and get another hard drive in there quick. But if it'll get me through Christmas and January, I'll be happy. need time to sort them other drives out and you know, collate all my important data onto one disk and clean one disk out, ready to go in the machine. I was being a little bit extravagant though before, because I got these new hard drives off eBay and they'd hardly got any hours on them at all. So basically I put a lot of duplicate backups on both of them, you know, just for the hell of it, just to be on the safe side. And yeah, well, I think I've got too many backups, to be honest. I think I've got backups going like 3 or 4 years back, and I just don't need them going that far back now. Especially since I'm going to be installing Windows XP 64-bit soon, which I think it's Hacksaw, was it, that gave me a copy of that. So I need to, when I get another hard drive in there, I need to have twice the amount of space, so I can have XP2 and XP2 64-bit on there. That's what I really want to be doing. Then I can start configuring that, setting that up and adding programs, and hopefully eventually just use the XP64-bit, which will give me full access to all my 8 gigabytes of memory which I've got installed, which at the moment I can only access 3.5. So having all that extra memory is going to make things fly, you know. And it's even better because I can use the virtual machine with a lot more memory as well, and I can run Linux and everything else inside the virtual machine without worrying about running out of memory. Because at the moment I can only really allocate about a gigabyte. That's about all I can spare. Probably need to ring the shop up actually, to find out what time he's shutting tonight. Sometimes he shuts early. Hi Jeff, it's Michelle, you alright? Yeah, not so bad. What time are you shutting tonight? About quarter past, okay. Yeah, weather's getting a bit rough out there. It's wind's getting up, yeah. Yeah, it sounds wet as well, so yeah, I'll see you about 9ish. It'll be about half. Okay, bye. Maybe I should shrink this down a bit so I can get a better view of it. So I can see what's going on. I should be able to see a bit better now. Don't know. Maybe you can read it. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Well, once it gets to moving drive E, it will tell me the new partition starting index, or the LBA number, and as long as that number comes a long way after the bad block, I'll be fine. If not, there's always the option of shrinking the E document and moving it a little bit further up, you know. I just hope that the data isn't on a bad block, because if it is, I could lose some more data. But I think I should be okay. I think the bad block is inside that 21 gigabytes from allocated. It's almost a full Blu-ray disc, that, isn't it? 21 gigabytes, they're usually 25. I'm just glad I don't have to move XP, the XP partition really, because that would be a lot more fiddly, because I would have to modify the master boot record to point to the starting address, which is a lot of hassle. I have to use some tools to do that. It's not far off. I'm hoping it gets to the E before I go to the store though. I don't know. It should be another 20 minutes maybe before it's complete. Well, this particular hard drive G is at 90%, so we're not far off that one getting done. And this is the slowest one of all of them, really. Drive F would be probably about 25% as long as this one's taking, because the G has got, about 6-7 times more tiny files on it than F has. So oh, so it was plot day. Oh, dang. Yeah. Well, not really resizing, more like moving. Well, 96% now for that drive, that G. It's actually done a lot. It's actually doing this a lot faster than I expected, to be honest. But then it is moving blocks rather than individual files, so it moves an entire block instead of a file, or multiple files. So it is a lot quicker, actually. It's basically like moving CDs around instead of moving all the files around. It's basically moving an entire CD around, basically. Yeah. It's almost about to do F, actually. It's about to move on to F in a second. 98% that drive. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that we don't get any horrible message on the screen like error data loss or something like that. Oh god, that would be really, yeah. I would need to take some aspirin and yeah. Oh dear, come on, you're nearly there, 99%. Okay, that G drive is just about done. Right, we're on F now. Yeah, we're on F now. That's all good, good, good. Everything's happening the way it's supposed to do. F shouldn't take long at all. There's not much on F. I think this is the first time I've been confident enough to do this live. Moving hard disk partitions around when you're live streaming is kind of dangerous, but because I'm actually live streaming and storing it on on the D drive, which is nothing to do with this physical hard drive, it is quite safe. Because I don't even have a swap file on this hard drive that's faulty. My swap file is on D, My videos have been stored on D, so nothing is actually being used on this physical hard drive, so I should be alright at the moment. I had to close my email program down because that uses files on E. So on this text file I can close, it's actually on a network, so it's fine. I'm worried when I get to E, that's the thing. Things could go wrong when I get to E because of that bad block. If that bad block, if it can't move, if it tries to move a bad block, I don't know what's going to happen. That's why I backed up most of my stuff off E beforehand, just to be on the safe side. Because it might try to move a bad block, and I don't know what's going to happen there. Oh, I probably need to close Crystal Disk Info actually. Might be a good idea. Oh, it's closed anyway. Crystal Disk Info is just closed down. That's fine. It's probably because the access rights have been denied to it or something. I want E now. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I know why Crystal Disk Info was closed down. I've just realised it was actually stored on F. I forgot about that, but never mind. Seems like this program managed to deal with that. It just basically gave it denied access or something, because it got like a pop-up bubble saying question mark Crystal Disk Info couldn't do something or something, and it couldn't find its own data or something. That's because the drive must have been locked. Oh, that's good. This program, this mini tool, so impressive, it really is. This program, mini tool, it's a really good program. It's free. It does a lot of stuff for you, moving partitions around, back up. You can it's even got a function to migrate an operating system to a solid state drive for upgrading your system. So if you've got an operating system that runs on an ATA solid state, ATA physical hard drive, mechanical drive, it enables you to migrate the operating system to a new solid state drive. It'll also what do you call it? A solid state drive has to have a special space at the beginning or something. It'll trim it. That's it. It'll trim the drive, solid state drive for you and everything. It does it a really good job. Anyway, this was free when I got it. I don't know if it's still free now, but it should be. You can create bootable CDs. I think you have to pay for it, that though. I think the bootable CD thing, I think you have to upgrade to get that. But personally, if I had the money, I would upgrade. And yeah, if I get the money when this probate comes through, I might actually buy a license for it, because I was just so impressed with it. You know, it's just so. I've never had a problem with it. You know. I mean, I'm live streaming while I'm doing this, and it's it's just working flawlessly. We're at 89% of the E now. 90%. It's almost done. I'll make this window bigger again so you can see the whole screen, so that when this is finished I'll forget to do it otherwise. So I'll make this big again, and then when this is finished I can run that scan tool again, see if the bad blocks are in the unallocated section, you see. It's almost there, 96%, 97%. Oh, cool. Yeah, G-Party's good. I use that as well. I've actually got G-Party on a bootable CD. But this stuff will actually do stuff in Windows, as long as you're not on the bootable partition. Yeah, it's completed. It's done it. Look at that. It's worked. No errors. Yay! Right. Right, so the bad block should be on there now. What I'm going to do, I might need to reboot, I don't know, maybe not. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that other program. Oh, can I do it? I can maybe do it with this actually. Let me just scan the disk, just a minute. Surface test, let's see if the bad area is in there. Right, technically speaking, that bad block should be in this unallocated space, right? So that bad block that it was finding before should be in somewhere in here, probably in the middle somewhere. I'm hoping it is anyway. Because I certainly don't want that bad luck to be still on E. Yeah, okay, Alan. Yeah, cool. I will do. I think Magnetron's offered to help me set it up anyway, because he knows it. He knows it backwards. He's. Oh, okay. All right. You take care, and we'll talk to you later. Have a safe trip. I'm just waiting to see this red block appear on here, and then I'm going to go to the store because I'll be confident that I've isolated it. I'll know when that little green line stops for a while. If it just suddenly stops, then I know it's found it. I wonder, it's probably right smack bang in the middle of this area. Oh, there we go. He's found it. I told you, it's smack bang in the middle. Yeah, it's the bad block is completely in the middle of that section. I told you. Look at my guesstimation. How accurate I was. I can't believe I got it bang on, right in the middle of that area. Look, right smack bang in the bad area. Is right between that. So it's really well isolated. That means that I can actually expand my C drive a bit into that area on that other partition, and I can also expand my E drive a little bit towards it as well. I can shrink them down. So the bad block is right in that middle bit there. Unbelievable. Oh. Right, well, Tubers, I'll just trust you guys to help me out with that, because I'm really a noob, and I'm really, yeah. Well, maybe it's all about the software that's running it, maybe. So this unallocated disk space has now got the bad block. It's a good thing, because this unallocated section does seem to have a lot of stutters. You know, when it's scanning, it seems to pause a bit, then move, and pause a little bit, and it's not a very consistent speed. So there's probably quite a few areas on here that are on the way out. So I don't think I will expand my other partitions into this area. I think I'll just leave it for now. Anyway, cool. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Print screen. Right. Right. Paste. Right, just want to copy this. I just want to crop this to that. Right. Save as. Now it's unallocated, so right, that's where it's going to be. I'll stick this somewhere else. Where is it? What drive am I on? I'm in the right folder, that'll do. Right. Now I'm going to quit that. E should be a bit faster now. Oh, what was it? It's on here. Right, where are we? Okay, right. So it's completely isolated now. Yeah. Anyway, I need to store, so I'm going to stop the stream. Be back later. I need to reboot as well.